Hello, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Bit of a relaxed night here on the stream. Nothing crazy. No indie gaming league. No elimination. Just a show match tonight. Might even get a second match later tonight if I can figure one out. But right now we have a show match coming up, a Radiance Esports show match between Lyra and Phantoms. Hopefully get a couple more people joining in from the Radiance Esports Discord server. Hopefully everybody's having an amazing night. My name is SportyFC. I am your caster commentator for tonight. And we keep the streak alive this Monday, so let's just keep going. Let's keep getting matches on the stream. I have no problem with that. Again, this is a Radiance Esports show match between Lyra and Phantoms. This is such an important match for these teams because both these teams want to beat each other. It is a show match. It's not going to be all that risky. No, teams are probably going to try out new things. I mean, we are very close to the playoffs. I believe both teams have made it to the playoffs in their division, which is Division 11 in the 3v3 circuit of the Indie Gaming League. Let's take a look. I believe they both have made it. I know Phantoms have. They're the number 1 team in the division. And Lyra is number 10. In fact, actually, I'm going to check. Have these teams played each other? They did. Last time they played, it went to Game 5. Phantoms took the win 3-2. In fact, in the regular season, let's see, 4 of their matches went to Game 5. Only 1 of them was a sweep. This is a lot closer than you think, sir. Phantoms are a clutch Game 5 team. They're your Moist Esports. I guess they always win in Game 5. It is not as easy as it seems. These teams really want to beat each other, and it's going to be really difficult. As we all get the prediction poll going. We will be also sending out the info. There you go. You guys now get to predict who you think will win it, Lyra or Phantoms. Make sure you choose wisely for the points here. I'm also going to make sure I send out the info to both teams. To get them in the lobby as soon as possible. And this is a show match, so nothing really on the line here for both these teams, although beating the other would always be fun. In fact, and they've come out with their full roster of 5 for both these teams. Maybe seeing who they play. I wonder if they're going to be playing the starters or maybe getting a couple subs in there. See, try out new rosters, see what happens. Be very good for them. Just try out new things. Again, prediction poll still up. This actually will be a best of 7. So they have to win 4 instead of the last time they played, which was a best of 5 in the Indie Gaming League. It's best of 7 here. You win, you go on, you lose. And you lose. Basically, I don't know what the best way to describe this, but winning is going to be important for these teams. Again, we're making sure that they both get in. They won't be starting just yet. We'll be starting at around 8 p.m. Eastern. As we are waiting for both these teams to join. Really interested in what the strategies they implement here. Both teams just going to try some new things out. Which makes sense, you know. Again, this match isn't all that important. Trying something that you may have never done before would not be a bad idea. It would actually be a very good idea. Get some practice. When you can take it. Again, we have sent the info to both teams. Making sure that they get in as soon as possible. As we are getting confirmation, it looks like Lyra might be joining any moment. Now I just need to wait for Phantoms. Again, you're checking. Again, you guys can't see what I'm looking at, but I can. But again, I'm saying it's looked like I haven't seen any of the two teams get in just yet. I could be missing them. Who knows? That happens a lot. As again, we are making sure that both these teams get in. There's nothing in the line. We can be a little bit late, and it's not going to be a problem for any of these two teams. So, again, no rush. I'm not going to rush them in any way. They have as much time as they need. As again, we are just making sure these teams get in for this best of 7 show match. From what I know, really not much on the line for these teams. As they are about ready to start playing. I should have played some Rocket League earlier today. That would have been nice, actually. Get some Rocket League hours in, but I have not. To get those rewards as well. I am not at champ level rewards, and we're almost at the end of the season. That's how low I've been playing. I need to start playing more, my goodness. It's been a terrible season for me. I haven't done anything. Well, get the poll finished. Or at least almost finished. We'll get into the end game here. We'll wait around. We'll make sure that both teams get in. I'm going to check to make sure the points actually work. I have not used this screen yet for a best of 7, so I need to make sure that everything working on with order. Yep, everything works fine. We're good to go for the match. Still waiting to make sure both teams are actually in. We are gonna make sure we get that check in there. I do see Scarecrow, so that is Lyra. Wrong server? Oh gosh. Let me reset. Gosh. I thought I had everything working out just fine. It is US West. What in the world? There we go. There we go. I was gonna make sure I turn off those notifications for Discord on my computer so that you don't hear them. As again, it's kind of a nice chill match here as we have reset the server from US West to US East. Radiance vs Radiance, imagine. Yeah, well, it's just a quick show match, my friend. It's not like it's not indie gaming league. It's just a show match. So, both these teams are willing to play against each other. They're just trying to get some practice in before they have to get into the playoffs. They are also both in the same division, so we could see them play again in the playoffs. The last time they played was earlier in the indie gaming league summer split season, and Randoms won 3-2 and in fact are undefeated. And are now the top team. They're the only team in the division to go undefeated, but they have to play 4 Game 5s to do so. Not easy for Phantoms. Must say, this could be a long series. Okay, we are making sure that both teams are in the lobby. And we are making sure that everybody gets in here as our team made playoffs in 15th seed. Your 2v2 team? Oh my, that is close. Hello, Son of Chaos. How you doing? By the way, we do have this little chat box on the side because it's a scrimmage. It's a best of 7. We're just gonna have some fun. It'll play the 2nd seed Friday. Man, that sucks, man. But you know what? Because it's Friday evening, get me casted for that. Get me to cast that, my friend. Book me. Book me for that one, Rado. I can do it for you guys. And if it's not at the times, if it's not at 8, 9, 10 Eastern, then I can get a different time for you. Just again, if the time's not open, send in either a special request or more likely send out a DM because special requests can be bugged. Yeah, make sure to get me to book that, my friend. I can book that match. Friday is one of the easiest days for me to get castings. You're doing good, Sonic Chaos? That's nice to hear, man. Sonic Chaos, I've never asked you. Do you play Indie Gaming League? Are you in the Indie Gaming League? 8 p.m. Eastern's the time you play? Yeah, book me then. Book me literally right now, my man. That spot is open. As you are hearing from Scarecrow, that's the issues we're currently having are currently being resolved on the side of the Phantoms. They will be joining any moment. Yeah, make sure to book me for that match, Dorado. And if you don't want to book me, that's fine, man. I understand if no one wants to book me. Although I want to do as much casting as possible. I do play Rocket League, but just with some friends. Ah, okay. I don't know, but you should definitely try Indie Gaming League, my friend. Just get yourself involved. It's a fun league, and you don't even have to take it all that seriously. You should definitely try it out. Even if you don't think you're that good at Rocket League, just try it out, my friend. It's just fun. It's the hello, Spooky 2B. Hello, how you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome. We got a Radiance on Radiance show match coming to you guys. It's a best of 7. From what I know, there is nothing really on the line except for Pride, and if I know these teams pretty well, that's already enough for them to go get at each other. So it's gonna be a good series. This one definitely has Game 7 material. Again, the last time these two teams have played went to Game 5, and Phantoms in the Indie Gaming League went to 4 Game 5s in their 6-game regular season. They played every single match as well. Only one of them was a sweep, so Phantoms and Lyra might go to Game 7 here. They might go to Champions Field again. Unlikely, but definitely possible. We have Scarecrow, Spessy, and Kilson TKO, and Maple, Plumber, and Master Yoda. I do see everybody's in. You guys cheer for whichever team you want. I don't know if that prediction poll is still open. I doubt it is. It's well after, but here we go. It's a best of 7. We're gonna have some fun as everybody's gonna get involved. It's not a problem. Just join. Make sure everybody gets in the lobby for this incredible match. If there are any issues, let me know, but of course, feel free to have as much fun. And alright, Labs, if you're still there, let me know if you have any issues with that booking. Saying they accidentally joined, I don't mind, man. I have no care. It's a scrimmage. If this was in the gaming league, I would be a little peeved, but it's whatever. It's not in the gaming league. It's a scrimmage. It's a best of 7. You don't get a lot of these. But when they do come, they can be a lot of fun. They're also really good at determining which team is a lot better than the other. Phantoms again are considered the much stronger team here. Considered the best tier 3 team in the Indie Gaming League. Lyra though is not very far behind. They could prove it here against the Phantoms. The Phantoms, the thing that they're very good at is all of the players individually have the ability to carry their team if they have to. The Phantoms, they're a team that relies a lot off of Scarecrow's aggression. Scarecrow's ability to wreak havoc and be the first man to charge. Phantoms will need to control Scarecrow, not let him do whatever he wants to go for. And midfield will be a good place to do it. You keep Phantoms back, it will give you opportunities. Phantoms will score the first goal of the series. As Lyra, again, they're being put in their own half. They're being put near their back wall, and not much you can really do about that. Again, it's just the pressure from Phantoms is just too strong for them. Bloodwolf wants you to join his team, and Bloodwolf is a great guy. It actually may not be a bad idea to join his team. You should definitely take him up on that offer, my man. Indie Gaming League's great, and trust me, you'll be if you want to get me casting your matches, you'll be featured on my stream if Bloodwolf is your captain. As Phantoms almost with 2 there. Yoda is shot off target. Once again, Phantoms recover and get right back to shooting. Here comes Maple. First touch is high, and Master Yoda got to jump for it, getting dunked away by Scarecrow. And Plumber is back. Plumber off the back wall, in for Maple. Maple will double their lead. And so far, the Phantoms have not given a single inch of space to Lyra. Sin, you can see Sin TKO there. Tries to pre-jump into that right position, but he actually jumped too late. Couldn't correct himself after doing that flip. Shot goes behind him and into his own nets. Lyra needs to get back, and they do. Sin TKO. Last time we saw Lyra was in their impressive 2-win streak against the No Boost Rivals and Volition Sapphire. Sin TKO was a massive reason for that success. His shooting was very good. He was able to choose where to put the ball. It didn't always come with a lot of power, but the placement was always top notch. And once again, being able to put his team on the board here to give Lyra some chance. Plumber back by Scarecrow and pinched away by the Phantom's defense on the back wall. Lyra. Again, this should be a pretty close series. These two teams are very close in their rankings, but again, Phantoms are considered the better team. Again, they are currently undefeated in the gaming league, but the Phantoms keep their title of the top team, tier 3 team of Radiance. Or do they falter to Lyra? Plumber up from Maple. A bit of a slow aerial from Maple. Scarecrow's going to beat him. This one in the corner for Spessy in. And then Sin. Oh, it's off the crossbar. There's no one in for Lyra to clean it up, but good chances from Lyra all around. They do just miss off the crossbar, but not like Lyra isn't getting their chances. They're making use of these plays. They're getting good shots, but they're still down because Phantoms did have that early play. As Plumber to the back wall, cleared away by Sin. And Spessy was going to get another touch. Hello, cool. How are you doing? Yeah, I see you're doing well. Are you excited, man? Because we got Snack League coming back, and hopefully we can schedule our next series. I'm gonna wait for Python to get back tomorrow to get that whole thing done. So make sure to update your schedules for this week if you haven't already. I'm gonna let Python know the situation when he gets back. I'm sure he's gonna be very happy to hear about us being able to get a match. But yeah, we'll be able to play against V8. Yeah, we're gonna be playing against V8. So you got that. It's gonna be a good series, man. We win it, we go to the finals. Play against the two teams left are Mythic Whiffers and what's the other team that's left? Is it Solid State? You guys tell you something, I'm muting him. That's my job, my friend, not yours. And yes, I will actually mute him if he goes off topic during our actual matches. Byzantium. Really? So Solid State lost? Who did they lose to then? Man, I'll have to take a look at the bracket after this, but that's impressive. You probably can pull up the bracket as Scarecrow here, tying this game up for Lyra. Yeah, who beat who? I know, wasn't Solid State like number 3 or number 4? Who's number 3? Number 3 was Solid State. Who did they lose to then? Because Byzantium they lost to Byzantium. Oh, they lost to number 4, okay. And who else did they lose to? They have to have lost to multiple teams, right? Scarecrow, another one. That's gonna take the lead. Sin off the crossbar. Scarecrow bumped away. And Spessy were very deep around 1. Towards the corner. He's beaten past 2 defenders, but Plumber there to clear it. Oh yeah, Solid State, they lost to us, and then they lost to Mythic. You're right. Mythic having the most Cinderella story. Because what series are they coming in? I don't remember. Anyways, going in field, last seconds of game 1. Lyra slowly but steadily has been able to climb their way back. The other Whiffers were not number 4 coming in. As last second, Yoda off the back wall. Plumber can't take it in. 1 goal differential? Oh, that's impressive. Well, guess that's all that it takes. You have to win the matches in front of you. Yeah, what about Mythic Whiffers? What's their seed coming in? They're 6th? My goodness. Hello, Caden. Welcome, man. We got a Radiance on Radiance Showmatch in front of you, and I'm talking with Cool about a different league entirely. one that hopefully we'll get to see on the stream again. It's the one league I'm actually broadcasting the matches for. As Kilson doesn't get it. Here comes Specie War, saved away by Master Yoda. Scarecrow up fast. He's gonna beat out Plumber. Infield, Maple and Yoda have time. They're going to take it, get their clear out, and the demo from Plumber gives Yoda a shot, saved away by Scarecrow. This is all game one, mind I tell you. We still have at least 3 games after this. Scarecrow dunked away by Yoda. Specie War trying to chase him down, but Plumber back to the corner. There's 6. Yeah, I was gonna say, out of the 8 teams in, that's impressive, my friend. That there's 6 and they're making the top 4. And honestly, with how well they're playing, very likely they could make top 2 against Byzantium. Which is kind of funny that we might have Carlo win another one. Jesse towards net. Yoda has to save it. And Phantoms get away with a false challenge from Plumber. This series could go forever if we get more of these overtimes. Maple Syrup down to himself, cleared away by Specie War. And it's bouncing away. Yoda has to keep this in, but his touch only Specie. Scarecrow's up. He's got to beat Plumber. He forces 2. Sin towards the net. Plumber can't reach it, but Maple Syrup can. Phantoms, slowly but surely, that lead of theirs going down now to 0. Now to negative. Kilson with the killing blow in game 1 to give Lyra the early lead against Phantoms. I do love that donut goal explosion. And Radiance Lyra is going to take this early lead in this best of 7. Again, I think this series is it could go all the way. I don't know. They're the team that has to make the moves. They are making moves. As we go on to game 2. I'm gonna do. As you are gonna have T-Brock join. T-Brock is one of the players that represents Phantoms. Are they gonna make a substitution here? They are, by the looks of it. Maybe just T-Brock just wants to join. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a show match, but interesting. Substitution coming in from Phantoms by the looks of it, maybe? That's impressive. Yeah, cool. So we might actually. There you go. T-Brock, is he playing? Yes, he's replacing. He's replacing Master Yoda on the Phantoms team. Again, they're trying out new rosters. They don't really care about these show matches. I mean, none of these teams really do. They're just trying to see what roster is the best going into the playoffs, who's playing well, getting more time together. Matches like these, important for rosters to get better and better. And for Lyra, they are keeping with the same group here with Specie, Scarecrow, and Sinti KO. As Scarecrow past Plumber towards the corner. He's gonna go for the double. Will not be able to hit it. Sin caught off guard, and so is Specie. Cleared down the way by Phantoms. They don't get it. Here they come. Maple Syrup will finish it off. As Specie War. Bit questionable there. He had a lot more time than he thought he did. Completely panicked trying to get a doink play out. Had he gotten it, it would have been a great clear, but he did not. In fact, he fell flat on his face. Phantoms with the early lead. Scarecrow clearing away. Plumber back towards the blue half, and Specie War towards the back wall. Phantoms and Lyra engaging in Boomer Ball. As it looks like Phantoms will be taking control. With that pass to T-Brock to give Phantoms even more space. All he needs to do is hold the midfield. A tough ask for T-Brock. But Phantoms just trying to keep this. But Scarecrow evades T-Brock against Maple. Goes under him. Looking for a second touch. Can't get it. A lot of asking there from Scarecrow to get that. His Kilson infield to Specie, but it's too fast for him. Too fast for Maple as well. Specie. Back wall. Pinches infield. It's a bit too high. Kilson's going to have a difficult time getting that one to go down. Maple. Kilson sideswipes his front bumper. Plumber to the back. T-Brock has to pre-flip in to correct himself for that one. He jumps early, tried to predict it, but he didn't make the right call. He had to pre-jump his way to get any sort of a touch. and not let Lyra get a free clear. Phantoms once again trying to hold midfield here, but they're the defensive team. They always like to have someone pretty far back, meaning that their offense can sometimes fall and break into solo plays. Sometimes nothing at all. Lyra, though, on the other hand, very different team. They like to get in your face, and that can cause them to overcommit. They're a pretty good team at recovering. They don't seem to have too many problems with that. Phantoms, though, almost never overcommit themselves. Again, defensive playstyle doesn't give them a lot of room to overcommit. It is Phantoms, though, up by a 1. And this defensive playstyle will favor them in this moment because they just need to hold on, keep that lead. Phantoms, that's very doable. They don't mind sitting in their own net. Reminds you of the old NV roster, even the new version with Optic. Sit back, get that goal, and then turtle up and play defense. The Phantoms, as long as they play that defense, they can get their chances. But Maple Syrup, back rear-ended there. Bessie passing field to Sin, almost caught off by Phantom's aggressor. Going in for a cheeky little dunk play. Doesn't work yet. Again, Phantom still up by 1. Trying to tie up the series here on the Aquadome. As Lyra's Scarecrow back towards Plumber. Plumber taps it down, looking for T-Brock to jump, but T-Brock was kind of slow. It gives Lyra a chance to tie it right back. Saves on the line by Plumber. And Lyra, late here in Game 2, starting to ask real questions. Back past the Scarecrow. Gets past 2. Speciwar gonna collect, though, but it took too much time to get it. And now Phantoms are back on defense. Again, this defensive rotation allows that they can double commit, and it doesn't become too much of an issue for them. The only problem with them is when they start to crowd their nets. That's when double commits can become problems. But so far, playing a very good positional game from Phantoms. That dunk from Plumber is going to make it so much easier. The Scarecrow beating out Maple. T-Brock beat out by another Lyra player, and Plumber doesn't get the touch. Here comes Sin. And Lyra ties it up late. Game 1, they were 2 goals down. They came back late. Game 2, it seems to be a very similar situation here, as they concede early to Phantoms, but Lyra coming right back to tie it up. And Game 1 went to a long overtime. Does Game 2 have that same capacity? Double commit from Lyra. Gonna give Phantoms the ball, but Brock, and it's being away by Spessy. This one is going to find the net. It trundles its way in. As Phantoms, 2 players jump for the same ball straight off the kickoff. T-Brock has no boost as he just went for it. And Lyra now with the lead. It flips on a dime. That's how quickly a 1-goal lead can change. And Phantoms, for as much as they playing good defense for almost 4 minutes, the final minutes is becoming an issue for them. Sin dunked away by Maple. Scarecrow back in. 1 more goal from Lyra will surely end Game 2. But they haven't got it yet. Phantoms will have to have it drop. We'll have to have Game 2 end in Lyra's favor. Now Lyra's up 2-0. And this time without going to overtime. And for a team as offensively minded as Lyra, they aren't scoring that much in these games. 3 goals last game, 2 this game. And there have been not many, there's been no real high-scoring games yet. But Lyra is still taking these wins. With this late pressure, they're changing the pipe to the Phantoms playstyle. They're allowing the Phantoms to sit back on defense, knowing that they can get their chances as long as the Phantoms don't play a ton of offense. And they're just kind of trying to test the waters against Phantoms. Still seems like they don't really have a concrete playstyle against them, but they're getting their wins. And at the end of the day, that's pretty important in adapting to a team's playstyle. As the Phantoms do make another change, Yoda coming in. And Plumber is still staying around. Yoda is going to replace Oh, Plumber almost got the dunk. I was talking about the another substitution. Again, Master Yoda is back in. So far for Phantoms, it seems like they cannot keep a lead. Question is though, what happens if they drop first? I might want to test that one out. Coming back from being down a goal or two is fine in the books for Lyra, but why not take the lead early and see what Phantoms can do when they're down? Again, Phantoms as a team are pretty defensive. It's very difficult sometimes for them to get back when they get scored on first because playing aggressive is not their forte. That's Plumber trying to get through Spessy. Infill from Maple. Maple clears it long. And Sin clears it away. Plumber can keep it close, can dribble it out as well. There's Lyra just trying to put more pressure on the Phantoms. Infield for Spessy. Off target. Scarecrow coming in, trying to help him out, but he's going laterally across the field. Not going to be favorable, and Master Yoda will score off of Plumber's pass. Lyra, I did say they had the tendency to overcommit. This is one of them. An odd man rush will give Yoda an open net. Spessy has nothing left that he can do about that. He can't go for the bump or else he's out of position and can't save the clear. And he can't get back to make that save because he doesn't have the boost to do so. He's stuck in a lose-lose situation. Has to predict something. Has to just go for something and hope it works. But at the end of the day, Phantoms can make the right call. Lyra, once again, down early in the game. Phantoms though, can they make it 2? Did that game 1? They weren't able to hold it. Because again, Lyra loves to come back. But no, Phantoms will not be able to get 2 in a row. Lyra has an answer. And it's courtesy of Scarecrow and Sin TKO. Hopefully I'm not too quiet for you guys. I'm kind of just chilling out here, guys. It's a pretty fun night for me. I'm just relaxing because I didn't expect any casting today, but I'm happy with it. And so far, the Phantoms pretty happy with the current turn of events. Sin trying to get through Plumber. Plumber towards the back wall, looking for a double tap. Can't get it. It rolls down and it bounces. It rolls away. Yoda has to correct himself. And Phantoms once again facing defense. And Yoda fakes round 1. Gets around Scarecrow 2! Ho ho ho! Yoda! The mastery of technique. How did he do it? He fakes past Spessy and then he jump fakes Scarecrow. That's 2 Lyra players that forget to hit the ball as they fly right on by. Phantoms, for the first time in this series, are able to have resilience after Lyra scores on them. They've not been able to come back in the game after Lyra scores, but it's their first chance. And Lyra just isn't going to have any of it. My goodness. Teams are starting to heat up a little bit as passing out of defense here. And it's Scarecrow to Spessy. A great duo. Earlier we had Scarecrow to Sin. Scarecrow to Spessy now passing out of defense to get that goal. Catching Phantoms. Not ready to get back. A fast pass, a fast shot. And now Lyra are back to tying this game up. Sin, saved away by Maple. Scarecrow looking back, can't get it. Maple shots, has to be saved by Spessy. And he can get the second touch as well. So does Sin, and Sin will die for it. As Lyra and Phantoms both combining for the same amount of goals as we saw in game 1. But a lot earlier here. And a lot more high energy, but it looks like these teams are just... Again, it looks like these first 2 games are kind of slow from them, but as the series has been going on, we're seeing more and more out of these teams as they start to try to play more and more thoughtful, designed plays. Passing from Lyra has given them both their goals so far this game. For the Phantoms, able to not get down, and Lyra scores on them. As a huge miss in the midfield from Maple Syrup. Needs to find Master Yoda to clear it away. Maple gets a demo on 1, but it's the wrong player. Sin there. Able to get it through. Plumber. Trying to get through Spessy. Spessy and Plumber gonna come try to get a couple 50-50s. Maple can't get it. Scarecrow one-on-one. Scarecrow takes the lead. And just like game 1, late, Lyra takes a 3-2 lead by a single goal. The defense has held up strong this series when they take these leads. Now the question is, can they keep it? They weren't able to do it earlier in this game when they tied up. They weren't able to get that lead on Phantoms. Now they do have their lead in this game. Trying to keep it here. Sin to the back wall, looking in field for Scarecrow. And the one thing we haven't seen at all these games is insurance. No team has been able to grab a 2-goal lead ever since game 1 when Phantom scored 2 goals immediately, but Lyra came right back, won it by a single goal as a great fake from Spessy on his own goal line. A bit of balls of steel there as to go for that, but great play. He knows that they're going in for the dunk play. They don't have a lot of boost to correct themselves, and he can go and he can slip the ball right under them. Spessy trying to get through Plumber. Plumber keeps it long, looking for the solo play. Again, Phantoms when they can't seem to get much on offense, they move on to these solo plays to see if anything will work. Lyra trying to waste as much time as possible. No insurance for them just yet, as Scarecrow misses that open net. But all you need to do is hold on. And for Phantoms, every game has been extremely close. But to go down 3-0, Lyra now with a chance to sweep out their opponents. And Phantoms, every game has been close for them. They've always been able to score first, but they've never been able to hold their lead. Never been able to add more to the ends of these games because Lyra just has that better offense. They are playing in their face a lot more. We go to Utopia Coliseum. And now, quadruple match point for Radiance Lyra. Yeah, I was gonna say, it was a best of 7 from what I've heard. We got a game 4 here, everybody. And for Phantoms, now they need to win 4 in a row. That's very difficult. And I can tell you, no easy defeat of a sweep team in a best of 5. Nonetheless, a best of 7. Phantoms need to turn the switch on. They need to play a lot better. But so far, they've just been lagging behind the Lyra. As we go to kickoff on Utopia Coliseum. Once again, can Phantoms take that early lead, or can Lyra score first for the first time? Everybody on Lyra committed for that as well. Looks like Phantoms are going to know they won't. That shot's off target. I was going to say Phantoms may have been able to take that early lead, but you saw them go for a bit of something fancy there. As Lyra is going to clear it away, Spessy dribbles to the back wall. As T-Brock is back in now, removing Plumber from the field, and T-Brock trying to make amends for his performance in game 2. There wasn't a lot of offense in that game from Phantoms. It was their weakest offensive performance so far, only being able to manage a single goal, I believe. Again, they did score first. Scoring first doesn't really matter that much for Phantoms because every single time they've done it, which has been every single game, they've lost it. Last game, I mean, you thought they would have it because they had proved they had that resiliency to come back even when they did get scored on by Lyra. When they got that second lead, but once again, like every lead they've had before, it's gone before they knew it, before they never knew it existed. Lyra. And this is something that Scarecrow has been talking about before the playoffs. I think I remember vividly hearing him saying, like, he wants his team to always be competitive, and for any team really, they always want to be competitive. It's not easy though. It's a tough skill to be able to always be able to play against someone even when you're down. So many teams shrivel up at the first sight of losing. Lyra just gets stronger. Maybe it's a time thing. Maybe it's something with them changing their playstyle as the game goes on. Maybe it's something with their playstyle cracking Phantoms more and more, but Lyra has always been able to take it to the Phantoms team. The Scarecrow. To beat up Maple, can't do so. Spessy back. Scarecrow to clear it long, and Phantoms will have to get to this one. Yoda there to get the touch, and Scarecrow roll around in for Sin. And Sin will score for Lyra. Game 4 looking positive for them. As this ball wraps around the sidings in towards the net. And it's so close. This roster, especially were Maple over Scarecrow, Sin. And who's back to get it? No one. Sin doesn't get the touch as well. And T-Brock puts it in field. Scarecrow off his own post. And Lyra, very nervous in that situation, but they come out of it unscathed. Spessy puts it under T-Brock, nutmegs him. As it's now bouncing in front of the net, Maple gets a clear out, albeit not a very strong one. He has to rely on T-Brock to help him out, but once again, Lyra continuing to find shots at every inconvenience for Phantoms. That's not to say the Phantoms haven't had their chances. You can see Yoda trying to get through all the defenders, but can't get a shot from it. Phantoms, they have the right idea. They just don't have that. They just don't have the right execution on their shots. And they're so close here. It goes in front. Maple will tie it up 1-1. And Master Yoda's clear off the back wall will give Maple a free look at the net. Spessy War in for Maple. And this kickoff will favor the Phantoms. Scarecrow back the other way. Lyra, all they need to score one more. They've been very good in the last minute. Their last minute performance has always been exceptional compared to that of Phantoms. As that shot saved away by Yoda. T-Brock keeps it low, keeps it cool, and keeps possession for Phantoms. And now a demo from Maple on Scarecrow. Gonna put Lyra in a bit of a difficult situation here as they have to momentarily fight a 3v2. Once again, Phantoms holding strong. Sin kept away by Yoda. Yoda again. Phantoms keeping a lot of pressure. They keeping a lot of possession. Whenever the ball is shot towards them, they always make sure to keep it by the nose of the car, being able to dribble out, take those 50-50s if they have to. And they're even getting demos at the same time. Bessie down to Sin. And T-Brock actually pre-jumps that play. Maple's shot will find the nets as no one's home. Spessy War went out for boost. And Scarecrow also challenging extremely aggressively, hoping for a win there. Need to play a little more passive as second man in that situation. And Lyra, for the first time, might actually lose game 4. They might actually lose a game here to the Phantoms. That's a strong kickoff. Master Yoda looking confident in his play. He does. He beats out Spessy. Sin off the corner, coming back in. And for Lyra, last seconds to see if they can sweep their opponents. Spessy down, trying to get through T-Brock. It's going to bounce up. No one wants to touch it here for either of these teams. Phantoms will let it drop, and they do score a game here, a game point. 3 more to go. As we go straight to game 5 here. Question is now that Randoms take a win, can they run with momentum? Can they take another win? Their last minute's defense held up much stronger that time. Rate it. Rate like Rocket League? I can rate Rocket League for you. This one going back. Pinched away by Maple. And Plumber's there to potentially get a clear away. Can't do so. Here comes Maple. And it's bouncing mid. Multiple players going after it. And it's going to bounce mid. Plumber cleared away, but Sin is just right there. Off the back wall in mid. Here comes Spessy War. Spessy War can't get the shot off to the crossbar. And here comes Scarecrow, still in front of the net. Maple can clear it. And Phantoms, when they need to clear the net, they can. They have very strong defense. Again, as I said, they're a defensive team. Their defense is nothing to blink at. But it's going to be their offense that needs to perform early. And so far, every single game, the team that scored first has actually lost. A rare statistic. These teams tier 3 or 4. They are both tier 3. From what I know. They're both tier 3. In front, and now a free shot for Scarecrow. As Phantoms pushed out of the way by Spessy War. As he goes after and takes a piece out of Yoda. Scarecrow fell from the ceiling, recovered, put the shot in the open cage. And he's giving Lyra the lead. But again, the question always is it really good in the series to take the lead? Because again, the team that's taken the lead has always lost. So now the question is, can Lyra hold it? So again, it's a rarity in Indie Gaming League, because Indie Gaming League, almost all the time, the team that scores first wins. Not true in this series. The Scarecrow trying to get a bump on Plumber, can do so. Sin off the back wall, gonna go for a bump of his own, and Lyra looking really scrappy here. They want to get these bump plays out against their opponents. Not a bad idea from them. Because again, Phantoms, their defense is one that if they need to throw up, they can. And Spessy War may have not made the right move to go for that boost. Almost gets caught out for it. A classic boost over ball situation. Spessy almost paid for it with his life. Plumber. In field. And it's looking for... Oof, Maple's shot was strong, but the accuracy just a little off. Now Master Yoda back in. 2 players from Phantoms are jumping for it. Lyra giving it out. Scarecrow. Flick past Plumber towards the corner. And Yoda back. Pinched back for Sin. Sin towards the net. Maple can clear it. A great touch out here. Scarecrow though to pinch it back in. Yoda there. Kill Sin to clear it away. Plumber down, and Scarecrow to pitch it to the back wall. Plumber can get it away, and once again, Phantoms just putting on a lot of long clears, but Lyra can respond with long clears of their own. But when you get demoed, not much you can do there. Your Spessy War. Get away, Scarecrow doesn't get it. Sin had full faith in his captain to get that touch. Now has to backtrack. As Phantoms, once again, trying to get some shots on the net, but their accuracy... It's an issue this game. They haven't been able to score. No game has ever been a shutout for any team, and that will stay the same. Master Yoda score late as Lyra starting to jump at a lot of things here, starting to reach for challenges. You can see they're not comfortable sitting back like this. They're so close. Pinch back. Yoda. Trying to keep it close, can keep it to the corner. Can't get that touch, Spessy War. And Plumber all the way back. Sin. Out, looking for someone, can't find anyone. Maple, he can hit these, he's good at double taps, but Spessy War to take that chance away from him. Doesn't want to risk Maple's touch. Plumber looking for a second. Into the corner. And can Phantoms once again come back? Sin. Plumber responds with a clear of his own. And now he has some time. So he's going to actually use Maple as a downward pass, but no shot comes from that. And Lyra, they haven't been able to find offense very much. Again, midfield from Phantoms has been very good. Very strong. They've been playing that midfield game a lot stronger. There seems to be a good roster for that. But they're still tied. They need to get that goal. And that's where it might become a problem for Phantoms. Shooting in the final third has not been easy. They've missed a lot of these opportunities from them. As now they're starting to team bump here. Lyra could have taken advantage, but they must not have noticed. Especially where not a very strong shot. He had a lot more time. Should have gone for a dribble, I think. Sin pinches in field. Yoda can tap it down. He's gonna get demoed as well. Here comes Scarecrow. Plumber on the post. Saves this series for his team here in the last seconds. That goal surely would have been the winner. Lyra still searching. And now, it looks like Phantoms will be getting the last laugh this game, potentially. Pass out to Maple. Maple gonna tap it down. His shot is not good. And we go to an overtime. Game 3's overtime ended with Lyra scoring. Game 5, Phantoms to win and take a second game in a row. Scarecrow using the back wall to hit it high. Both of his players commit. Scarecrow doesn't have a lot of boost in the backfield. And Plumber is clear. Let him breathe for a little bit. It's not good enough to put any pressure on Scarecrow on the defense. Again, Scarecrow is still running on low boost. Gonna take that boost on the Phantom side and go in for a demo. Need to be careful here if you're Lyra. And they are. Sin going for a bit of an aggressive play. And that aggressive play will win out the series in Game 5. As Scarecrow actually went in the nets for that demo. A lot of players tell you can't go for that. It puts you out of position. Forces your teammates to have to waste more time for you. But he knows what he's doing. He calls out the play and the goal goes through. The overtime winner from Sin to win out the series 4-1. That will end the series here with Lyra's victory. And it's just a chill match, a chill match. Nothing crazy there. Lyra completely startling everyone, taking the #1 Tier 3 team in Radiance for a run. And they beat them 4-1. An important match. As that does happen, we are going to end the stream here. I'm going to find someone to raid. Is anybody live that wants to be raided? I guess I shouldn't ask it like that. That's kind of weird. But yeah, if there's someone that can be raided, sounds like it could be a plan. Again, there are options out there, so I'm gonna try to find someone. And I'm just gonna make sure I choose the prediction outcome. Thank you for casting. No, hey, congratulations on the win. You guys do win the show match. As I've been just chilling, honestly, I haven't done anything. Pyro's live. We raided him before. Is there anyone that you guys want me to raid? Is there anybody online that is a cool streamer and all? I don't think anybody would be live for Indie Gaming League. It's a Tuesday. Nope, it's a Monday. In fact, can't be anybody who's live. Yeah, I was gonna say no one's gonna be live today. Maybe tomorrow. There's 2 matches tomorrow, but yeah, nothing really. But again, is there anyone that I should raid right now? Let me know who you think should be raided. I guess I guess I'm kind of mean not raiding Pyro. Pyro's doing Turbo Golf Racing. That's a fun game. Let's go raid him. There you go. Let's go raid Pyro. Let's go join him. Tell him how much we care about him. And have fun. I'll be getting a match probably later tonight at 10:30, so stick around for that. I'll make sure to post it on my Twitter.